Hey, Bobby Dirkens here. Thank you for joining me. We're exactly 1 week away from the Clemson, Georgia game. Yes, Clemson, Georgia. Georgie, as some of them people calls it. Brand new here. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bobby Dirkens. To you and to you and to you. Thank you so much for joining me, big Clemson fan here. Been a while since I've been on here. Before I go any farther, before I go any farther, there's a button, they always switch it up on me. It's a subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It'll let you know when I get on, it notifies you when I get on here. Got a bunch of people, they fumbling in here. They're fumbling in here like I'm giving them booster shots for vaccines, but I'll leave it at that. I'm going to try not to say too much about that in here. Let me see who I got in the house here. I'm going to have to go to my trusty laptop. Yes, I learned that I could use my laptop. Give me a moment. I'm going to see who's in here. For anybody watching in the future, this was a live stream. May there to all of you, a bunch of you getting in here like I owe you money and you coming to collect. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's see who's in the chat so far. Got Sean D. Hey there to you, Sean D. He said, what's going on? I'm what's going on. Hey there to you. Good to see you. Clemson Carson. Been a while, sir. Been a while. Hey there to you. Kyle Pappick. Good to see you. Got a pop to your name. Pappick. Got a pop to it. You know, like a zing. Hey there to you. Got the hat in here. Man, you. And then Chase Henderson. Chase Henderson. Good to see you. Well-known proctologist in the area. You think you got polyps, give Chase a call. He'll check it out. He can say polyp or no polyp. For he's got a crappy job being a proctologist. We got Aaron Hobbs. May there to you. May there to you. Anyway, Sanchez Clark, Amanda Elliott, LSU fan, William Murray, Parker Henderson, the lovely wife of Chase Henderson. For all of you who don't know, they're brothers. He's the pretty one. It's good. Good. Just a few questions coming here. LSU fan says, "Where have I been?" Lord, I'm going to share this story with you before I get in this Georgia Clemson game. I thought a few weeks ago I wanted to get out of town, and me and the family wanted to get out of town. But you know, I ain't made of money now, but I heard that I could take this trip and it was going to be very affordable. And though it was far out of the country, not normally where I would go, I went out of town, all right? I went out of town, and I just got back in, had to go through the Department of Defense, Homeland Security and everything. I ended up in Afghanistan. Was not a good time to go there. Fortunately, came back before all this mess went on. But anyway, I'm back, and that's fantastic. But all right, so Clemson and Georgia is going on right now. And by the way, if anybody's offended I made that joke, then you shouldn't have voted for that dementia patient. So anyway. Before I go on, Georgia and Clemson. There's been a lot of trash talk leading up to this point. Been a lot of talk going on. Now, first of all, anybody who knows me, that Georgia and Clemson should be playing every year. They are the two closest major universities to each other that has big college football implications and college football tradition. Now, I know people could say, oh, Athens is closer to Atlanta. I said major football, college football results. Georgia Tech ain't got nothing right now. God help Jeff Collins down there. He's down there, got his flat bill hat on like he's 17 and he's a skater boy. Jeff, we know you're in your late 40s. Time to give that act up. But anyway, he's down there trying to do what he's trying to do. We got Clemson, we got Georgia. Ain't playing all the time. Now they finally playing. They're trying to get a contract worked up. And they're going to play. But Right now, Clemson is a 3-point favorite. All right? 3-point favorite. Which basically means the game could go either way. But over the past few days, a young man named J.T. Daniels, he is the starting quarterback of Georgia, he made a statement. He made a statement, and some of you are going to go, well, that's just a quarterback talking. No, saying you're going to win and you believe that you will control the game and it will be a good fight, but you believe your team is definitely going to win, I can understand that. But not this comment. Here we go. This from J.T. Daniels, y'all. I guess they still smoking Clorox-laced meth down there. He said, Georgia's the team to beat this season. Past 40 years. I don't see us being challenged by anyone. Did you hear that, Bama? Not y'all. We'll prove it by curb stomping Clemson in the first game and by dominating everyone on our schedule. End quote. J.T. Daniels. I'm now going to go to the Georgia injury list. This is from one of the Georgia sites. I'm not going to call out who it is, but this is from one of the Georgia sites, main Georgia sites. I'm just going to read this. Today's the 28th of August. This is a Saturday. Okay? All right? This was just a few days ago, on the 26th. Sean D. Yesway, he said that. Go look it up. I promise you, he said this. He said this. I did not make this up. Go find it. August 26th injury update for the Georgia Bulldogs. Before I read this, I want to ask you a question, Clemson fans. If the injury list was as follows for Clemson, I'm just going to throw some names out there. Out for the game is Justin Ross. Now, I know we had him, he was out last season. We got a really good wide receiver room. But let's just say we didn't have Latson and Ngata, we didn't have Spector, we didn't have E.J. Williams, and we didn't have that, good Lord, I'm going blank. We got a bunch of players back there. That youngin' Stallone, Bo Collins, we didn't have any of them. All right? And we said that Justin Ross was out of it. All right? Just fine. Au jus, you're right. I like a side of au jus with my prime rib too. It's delicious. But let's say he was out. Let's say that not only was he out, let's just say we still had like T. Higgins out. He was out. All right? Let's say that on the other side of the football, I don't know, Andrew Booth was out. And then our tight end, let's go back to our tight ends, decided he's not going to play because he's working out some personal crap. Okay? Don't know what that personal crap is. Don't bite my head off. It is Georgia, though, so he didn't end up in handcuffs. And one of our top linebackers, maybe defensive line, one of them was gone. Now remember, Clemson is loaded at ungodly levels at defensive line. So if you're somebody who sees Clemson, you hear the easy schedule, go pull up their defensive line and look at the depth. It's not, if you're a Georgia fan, it's not pretty. Because we can just keep wheeling 5 stars in, left and right. I mean, guys y'all tried to get, couldn't get. Didn't want to stay in Georgia. Didn't feel like getting arrested. Didn't feel like talking about the SEC all the time. Didn't feel like talking about 1980. Remember, Michael Jackson was still black then. That's how far back was the last time y'all won a national championship. Michael Jackson was still, he wasn't even doing that Mad Michael thing. You know, early on he did the song like Rock With You and Billie Jean, and he sounded all nice and stuff. Then you got late 80s, early 90s Michael. He got weird, got his nose chopped off, and he started, what, something happened to him. I don't know what the heck happened to him, became Mad Michael. Anyway, what I am saying here, would you be talking mad smack right now, Clemson fans? I wouldn't. I think it's still going to be a good game because Georgia and Clemson is an amazing game. But the Don, let me read you who's not playing for you this week. Here's an update. Here's an update. George Pickens, totally out of the game. One of the top receivers in the country. Okay? I know this happened months ago. He is out. He's out. He's out. He's done. Dominique Blaylock. For you Clemson fans who don't know, it was last year's Amari Rodgers. So let's say Justin, or maybe say T. Higgins was on the field, and then there was Amari Rodgers, your threat guy. He was, he's gone. He ain't playing this game unless a miracle takes place. And the last time I heard, Jesus wasn't making stops in Athens, Georgia. Tyke Smith, doubtful. Darnell Washington, doubtful. John Fitzpatrick, questionable. And then you got that tight end who's working out some crap. They're going to curb stomp us. I didn't say there's not a chance of them winning. Folks, do you realize there's a difference between winning and curb stomping somebody? I can go ahead and tell I've lost a few. Do you realize there are a few people who you can afford to lose and still win? And there are people that if you had them, the possibility of a more dominant win would be there. And we'll go back through the comment section. I'm just going to pause right here. Got some questions here. Young Coke asks at Chase Henderson, are you a dog fan? Young Coke, I can promise you, there's a lot of things that Chase Henderson may be. He might like to listen to Ariana Grande from time to time. He might like to eat butter on ham sandwiches. He might even from time to time like to slip into his wife's heels when she's not home and do some tap dancing. But I can promise you one thing, he is not a Clemson fan. He is a Clemson fan, excuse me. He is a Clemson fan. He's huge. I missed but there. He is a Clemson fan. Chase Henderson, big Clemson fan, but he was born in Georgia. So let me tell you, I'm going to be talking over the next few days about this obviously the biggest game of the season. It's already being dubbed the biggest game of the season. All right? Parker Henderson, his brother / wife, has seen, from deep South Georgia, that's why that works. He has seen him in the hills. Fantastic calves. No. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you right now. I think this is going to be a good game. I think Clemson's definitely going to win the ball game. Okay? But to lose all of that talent, and then you're going to come out and you're going to say you're going to curb stomp us? All I'll say is this. I appreciate what Darion Kendrick did for us at Clemson. But is it not fitting that he would leave the team, get arrested, and then transfer to Georgia? It's truth. Look at the timeline. Dabo Swinney rarely kicks anybody off the team. I'm just telling you. Rarely ever has to kick off the team because they do such a good job. Recruiting personalities. People who fits into the system. Now Georgia on the other hand, they've had amazing football players come play for them. Now remember, they haven't won the national championship since 1980, and they talk about NFL players and all that much stuff, but we're talking about the current level you're at. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. And the thing is, it is just interesting. He gets kicked off the team, gets arrested, transfers to Georgia. Happened to Georgia. Let me tell you right now, Athens stopped having certain jail cells. I heard that down there, they don't even have jail cells. Part of it, they've actually customized it to make it look like a Georgia locker room. It looks, it's, I heard it's actually quite fitting. That's why some of them keeps getting arrested and going back in there. On the recruiting trip to Athens, Georgia, they'll actually take you down there. They'll take you down there and they'll say, if you should get in trouble, here's your jail cell. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and lay this out there for you as well. This is not SEC week. Georgia, this is you standing alone. This is you. This is you standing alone on your own four paws, but let's go for it. I am telling you, this week ain't about ACC. It's not about SEC. Y'all, if anybody knows me, I care less about conferences. ACC sucks. There you go. Who's been to the college football playoff consecutively? That's a new word I learned. Since the beginning. There's a reason for it. In Georgia, who cares about history? I'm talking about next week. Y'all got a lot of smack you've been talking, and I want to see if you think you can truly back it up. I don't think so. All right, well, listen, I'm going to get off of here, but y'all going to be seeing me this week because it's back. Also, just want to let everybody know that this year in November, Bobby Dirkens will celebrate 5 years being on YouTube. I challenge you, go back to my very first video about Beyonce and the Dixie Chicks on the Country Music Awards. It's worth it. All right, I'm Bobby Dirkens. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, hit them. They always turn on anyway. All right, I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up, I'll keep showing out. Bye.